Hey, welcome to Shake the Frost with Raymond. Today I wanted to show you, or on this video, I wanted to show you what I was able to purchase off a website called Deal or No Deal Canada, which is a Facebook website. And pretty much from what I can tell from the website is just like thousands of collectors that they have an idea what most of them have an idea what their stuff is worth or what they would like to get out of it, but it's also a way to kind of gauge the value of of what you're selling, from coins to gold to Hot Wheels cars to Coleman. So the other day I seen a couple items that twigged my interest, and I thought I'd throw in an offer, and I was able to win 2 items off there. So let me show you. First item that this gentleman posted. Well, I should say that I had messaged and asked if, rather than ship, if he offered local pickup, because his town's about an hour and a half away. So I drove out to see him and was able to grab these when I won this type of auction. One of them is this pretty cool Scout. I'm gonna put it was listed as a barn find. Nobody's tried to start it in many years, but yeah, so it says model is a Scout. It says for kerosene, kerosene generator must be preheated. So had a pretty decent globe, but I don't see any writing on the globe, so that's all right. Pump felt a bit crusty, so I'm gonna have to really get into this one and take a look. But this one here, I made an offer, a couple offers, but the last offer was 100, and I was able to pick this up. It's got some bruises, but for the year, I think the year says A of 46, so January of 1946, kerosene, and love the color. So happy to have it, and I'll show you what else I bought and tell you a story about his shop. Secondly, which I think he was just good to me on the site, because I can tell you, I assume the value of this to be quite a bit more. But inside is a World War II style lantern, which I didn't really read it close enough to see if it had a model number on it. But you can see on it, made in Canada, and that is second month of 1947. So, and it's a model 530 stove. It comes with a little wrench, which duplicates as a handle for your pot, or I guess that's your eating bowl, and the pot is the holder for the stove. I think it's super cool unit. 50 Canadian, I think the guy was good to me, to be honest with you. So fuel, use white or leaded gasoline, white fuel preferred, and use in good ventilation. So the tabs flip out so that your pot will fit on there. I think you could use either for a pot, but it's got little cutouts, if you could see right there. And the stove, the pots fit real nice in there. So I'm super stoked, and that's, yeah, super stoked to have this one. And I'd be happy as a pig in a blanket just with these 2 items from this gentleman, because I feel that the 150 is a heck of a deal. However, I did to myself, I did promise myself, hey, you got enough lanterns, you need to start cleaning them up. Don't buy anymore. And yeah, it didn't work. I talked to myself, and it didn't work. So anyway, there's that, and I'll tell you a story. I drove all the way out to this gentleman's house, and he got off work and met me, and we went into his little shop, and he likes to buy and sell things. I told him I like to buy, but somehow I never seem to sell, but that's okay. And he said, I've got a couple Coleman. Let me show you a 621B first and see what you think. So, well, it's no secret I bought it, but so we grabbed this. It's a 621D, sorry. So I grabbed this 621D out of the rafters. You can see it's been fired. However, this will clean up super nice. A nice globe. I have no idea if that's a mantle that comes with it, or maybe that's a cheap one, because I don't think the Coleman typically are frayed at the bottom. But anyway, this one here was dated 83, January of 83, and beautiful, beautiful unit. I love this one very, very much. So I said, sure, you know, how much would you like for it? He said, well, I probably would like 60 for the brown one. Holy smokes, yeah, I would like that one, please. And I mentioned he sent me a picture of one in a box, which looked pretty dirty. I'll show you that one. So this is a 335, which of course in Canada, I think Coleman, the 335 was one of the most sold, like 10 million of them or something like that. So it's got a decent made in the US globe, right there. It's dated 4th month of 1973, so it's almost as old as I am as well. And you can see by the color in the generator that it's been fired a couple times, but super dirty. It'll clean up just awesome. So I'm ecstatic to have that. And I said, well, how much would you like for that one in the box? He said, I probably got to get 30. Holy smokes. All right, I would like that as well, I said. Then he says, I have a couple globes. Would you like to take a look at them? All right. So he grabs the globes and fishes them out. I really, at the time, I had no idea what they fit. Probably still don't. Might not even fit Coleman. I don't know. But this one here said made in Canada. And I'll figure out with the lanterns that I have here which it'll fit, and I'll clean it up and put it on if it fits any that I have here. Awesome. That's one. And then the other globe super dirty, but it's got the green Coleman. Seems to be a little bit faded, the green Sunrise, and that says made in the US. So it says Coleman's got to fit a Coleman. I love it. He said, well, I want 30 for the one lantern, 60 for the other. How about an even 100 for the mantles, the globes, and the lanterns? And I said, you got a deal. Perfect. Done. So he's packing these up real nice with the bubble wrap. And I look over and I see a small Coleman box. And I said, is that a backpack lantern in the box? And he said, yeah, I almost forgot about that one. He said, would you be interested in that? I said, I'd like to take a look at it. Well, here it is. So I could tell by the packaging that it was quite new, like 90s, I think. I think it's actually a 93 when I actually got it out of the box. But I was dumbfounded as soon as he started unpacking it, like I am now. There's the chimney. Needs a little clean, nothing too fancy. The box showed some sign of moisture, and when he pulled the bail out, you can kind of feel that there's been some dampness to wherever it was sitting, but that'll polish up real quick and easy. But when he pulled it out, and I could see the picket fence globe, I could see that the generator had been fired. I honestly think that's once. I can see very little black, You can see how clean it is underneath. And there was a mantle broken and sitting in the bottom, so it has been fired. But this here is a model 226, and it is dated 10th and 0193. That's neat. They put the 0 in there for newer for the 90s lanterns. I didn't know that. In the bottom is another mantle and the instructions. And I said, you know, I'm super interested in that little one. I swore to myself I was going to stick to the little backpack lanterns and just work on the other bigger ones that I had. And I wasn't going to buy any more. And here I am. I've already said I was going to buy 2 big ones and your globes. So how much would you like for the little one? And he said, 20. I'll take it. So I'm pretty ecstatic about the lead that I got off that Facebook website, and a new friend that I met out in Medicine Hat, Gary, heck of a nice fellow. He does a lot of collecting and runs into this stuff all the time. So far he's been a good connection. Anyway, that's it. That's it for my Facebook finds. I think that's it for all the marketplace, all the Kijiji, any of the buys, and then of course the earlier videos with the mail calls and such. So yeah, thanks for tuning in, and going forward we're going to start cleaning some of these up and videoing that as well, and yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll chat soon.